data from the Excel using arrays and loops. So let us start with WebDriverWait commands. What is meant by implicit wait and what is meant by explicit wait, so that instead of having thread.sleep in our program, yeah, I have started already. Yeah, instead of having thread.sleep, so every program we are going to use like thread.sleep. What is this thread.sleep means? It is going to have some page load time in our program where the web page is going to be loaded for few seconds, like 2 seconds or 3 seconds or 4 seconds, like that. So thread.sleep is completely related to a Java command, so that is the reason it is not encourageable to use that thread.sleep in Selenium WebDriver. So for our reference, in Selenium WebDriver, we have WebDriverWait commands. So instead of using thread.sleep, we can use WebDriverWait commands in Selenium WebDriver. This WebDriverWait command is of two types. One is implicit wait and second one is explicit wait. So this WebDriverWait commands acts like a global variable and local variable, what we have discussed. We can compare these two things so that we can understand this implicit and explicit wait easily. But before that, what is the difference between thread.sleep and WebDriverWait commands? Thread.sleep and WebDriverWait commands. Here, wait command means it may be either implicit wait, about specific to implicit wait, or specific to explicit wait. It's all about WebDriverWait commands I'm talking about. So here, what is the difference between thread.sleep and WebDriverWait? I think we discussed already about this point. Can anybody have some idea on this?
Thread.sleep, it will wait for the specified time.
Okay.
In milliseconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So let me write the syntax so that you'll understand what is the difference between thread.sleep and WebDriverWait commands. So here, thread.sleep is thread.sleep. We don't have any other specific syntax for this. We don't have any specific syntax for this, but WebDriverWait. WebDriverWait. So how to use this WebDriverWait? This WebDriverWait can be used like this as per the syntax. WebDriverWait WebDriverWait. New WebDriverWait of driver comma 30 semicolon wait dot until condition. Condition. So the syntax explains about, we have created one object with the name WebDriver, where we are saying that wait for 30 seconds. To whom we are saying that you need to wait for 30 seconds means driver. What is meant by driver here? Browser. Means we are calling the browser with the name driver, where we are saying the driver to wait for 30 seconds until the page gets loaded. So where we are going to provide the condition? Here. Until means until the page get loaded, you have to wait. So for our reference, the default time would be 30 seconds. If it is taking more than 30 seconds even, the performance issue will be there in the application, but Selenium WebDriver will not throw you an error. It's all about warning how it is going to be used in our programmatic part. But in thread.sleep, whatever the time that you have mentioned, it will wait up to that time only. If that particular time limit reaches, if the element is not finding out by the program, then automatically script will throw you an error. So that is the reason that is the difference between Selenium WebDriver wait and thread.sleep. And this is very important in the interview point of view, even in the interview point of view also. And now, better in your programmatic part or in your practice part, my suggestion would be go with WebDriverWait command instead of thread.sleep, instead of using thread.sleep. Thread.sleep also used, but it's not encourageable or supportive. We have WebDriverWait commands. You can use that WebDriverWait commands. Any questions, guys? Any questions?
Unmute. Yeah. Yeah. This implicit weight and explicit weight,
Yes, yes,
when they
yes.
will come into
Next
picture.
point. Next point is that only. Next point is that only. Okay. Till now, any questions in this?
Here, the condition may be some control or some element we are waiting.
It's not. It's not about the conditions.
Hello.
It's not
Hello.
about the word. Is it audible?
Yeah. Now it is audible.
So it's not the condition. What I have mentioned here is what you
Uh-huh.
want to search for. Suppose, let's say, for example, I opened google.com web page where the page load time will take 3 seconds to load the complete page. Once the page
Okay.
get loaded,
Okay.
how can I say that the google.com web page only opened in my browser? How can I believe that one?
Okay. By seeing all the
In that case,
controls. Yeah.
I'll find
Okay.
out an element, one element in that web page. I'll find out one element in the web page and I'll put that element name as a condition name, so that once the page get loaded, I am saying that wait until you are going to find out this element name. Once this element find out, then script is going to be passed.
Okay.
We'll write that program also, no need to worry. I'm going to write that program in place of thread.sleep. But as per our reference, the syntax would be like this. But coming to implicit wait and explicit wait, what is mean by implicit wait and what is mean by explicit wait? Suppose a program is having 4 different methods. A program is having 4 different methods like this. Yeah. Let's say, for example, this is one method, this is one method, this is one method, like that 5 methods are there in this program. Now I want to keep a wait command. I want to pass the wait command to my script, where I need that wait command in first step and third step only. I don't want to mention the wait command in second, fourth, and fifth. Just I need to mention only in first and third step. Means internally inside the method, I'm providing the wait commands, which means it is an implicit wait. In the method level, if you are going to provide the wait command, means it is nothing but implicit wait. But second option, explicit wait. Explicit wait is nothing but I need wait command in first, second, third, fourth, fifth. All steps I need wait command. Why I should maintain this particular wait command in each and every method? Instead of maintaining like that, only one time I am going to mention it in the main method before the program, so that automatically that particular wait command will be invoked to each and every method, so that that particular method will get executed globally. Means if you are going to apply the wait command for all the methods in the program, no need to provide the same WebDriver wait command in again and again inside the individual method. Just one time is enough for us in the main method, which is nothing but explicit wait. If you are going to put that wait command internally inside the method, then it is nothing but implicit wait. It is nothing but implicit wait. Any questions, guys?
No, it's clear.
Is it clear? Okay. So someone want me to repeat explicit wait. Okay. Let me repeat this one. So I think you are well known about the concept of local variables and global variables. Local variables are nothing but if you are going to declare the variables inside the method is nothing but local variables. The same concept applicable for implicit wait. If you are going to provide the wait command in internal method, then it is nothing but implicit wait. Suppose for all the methods I need only one wait command. So like this, here I have 5 methods. Why should I maintain five individual methods? Instead of maintaining like that, just instead of maintaining like that, just I can keep only one time in the main method, which is nothing but the concept of explicit wait. No need to put no need to provide the same method name again and again and again. So that is the reason implicit wait is nothing but internally inside the individual methods. Explicit wait is nothing but only one time, which is applicable to all the methods in the program. Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So let us define how to make the syntax of uh, implicit wait and explicit wait. So I'm going to mention the syntax. The syntax will be driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait of 10 comma time unit dot seconds. So implicit wait syntax will be like this. Driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicitly wait 10 seconds. I'm saying that you need to wait for 10 seconds. If you want to have explicit wait syntax, just change this implicitly wait to explicit wait, so that the syntax will be explicit wait syntax. Here you can increase the time or you can decrease the time. It's all up to you only how you are going to manage the page load time. So that means here we are maintaining the time in seconds, where I have mentioned the unit as time unit as seconds. Okay, let us move to the next one. First I'll explain you the concept of all these things, and then I'll write the programs. Okay, so in a single program we can cover up all those things, so that is the reason I am explaining the concept first, and then we'll move to the program part. So generally you are going to select the drop down values. So where you are going to select the state or country or location or something else, you are going to select the drop down value. In your real time also you are going to face this situation, how to select the drop down value. We know that if you want to pass the data to text field driver dot find element dot so and so by id send keys or so and so data you are going to pass over there. But if you are having values in the drop down, how you need to select the data from the drop down, how you need to select the value from the drop down. So the data selection from the drop down is somewhat different than passing the data to the field. So what is the difference? How to make sure that how we need to pass the proper data, how we need to select the proper data from the drop down. Okay, let's say for example, a drop down is having four values, or some values are there in the drop down A, B, C, D. I want to select B value from the drop down. How to select that value from the drop down? Okay, first capture the element name of that particular field, particular drop down, and then create an object based on this web element new element. Some element name I'm giving here is equals to driver dot find element by dot id. So whatever the element name that you find out for that particular drop down, so that name is, let's say for example, country. I'm going to stop it here, and then select drop down is equals to new select of new element, and then drop down dot select by visible text of, I need to select the value B, where it is going to select the value B from this drop down. There are three steps over here. One is, first we need to create the object with the name new element, or any element name you can take. You can take any object name. There is no restriction to create the object name like this only. So I have created my object name with the name new element. To that new element, I passed the data from the application, where the data will be new driver dot find element by id country. Driver dot find element by id country. Once I find out that value, which is equals to new element, and then I'm going to select the drop down based on the element that I have been created. This new element has been assigned to this drop down. Once drop down has been opened, select by visible text. By selecting this drop down, if this particular text is visible, I am saying that select that particular value, so that immediately it is going to be selected. Or else you have one more option to write the same program, same three steps in single step. The way here is, select drop down is equals to new select of driver dot find element by dot id of country, where I'm going to say the semicolon here. Any questions, guys? Any questions?
Syntax is fine, but we don't know practically how
Syntax
this
is
will
fine,
work
but
out. The usage internally, how it fetches.
how it fetches. Okay. Let's say for example, in my application, one field is there which it name as a country drop
Okay.
down is there. I want to
Okay.
select the value from the country drop down.
Okay.
So if I want to select the value from the country drop down, first I need to find out the element name.
Ah.
The element name is country.
Yes.
right? I got this element name. Now once the element name has been finalized, the next thing is I need to select the value which was there already in that particular element,
Okay.
right? Drop down means it is nothing but it is having some values. I need to select the
Predefined
value.
values you mean to say.
Yeah, predefined value is there. I need to select the
Okay.
value.
Okay.
First thing is I find out that element name. That element name has been placed in one object called, one name called, one element called drop down.
Okay.
Now from this drop down I need to select one value.
Okay.
So to select the value from that particular drop down, this is the process.
Okay.
Drop down dot select by visible text is the keyword. I haven't created anything. This is the Selenium WebDriver keyword. The value is something like India. Simply we can say that it is nothing but you are selecting some value from the drop down. Before
Okay.
selecting the value from the drop down, there are multiple ways to find out the element name. So we find out that element name and we have been placed that element in that particular drop down. There are a lot of alternatives for this, guys. So not only I have mentioned only first format. This is the first format.
Okay.
This is the second format of selecting the value. And one more thing, no need to create this select drop down and all those things. Simply I can create like this. Dot select by visible text. That's it. Done. It is going to select the value. Understand why I need to create the object, why I need to create the value, why I need to pass the value, and why I need to fetch the value and all those things. Just if you
Okay.
want to pass the value directly or if you want to select the value. In this single statement, we can cover everything. First thing, this is the new drop down where the drop down element name is country. From this country drop down, I am saying that if there is a value with the name India, select that value by visibility of the text. If this particular text is visible, then select the value.
Suppose here India is not there by any chance.
Then it throws an error.
Okay, it throws an error
The
or
value,
false kind of.
it
Uh-huh.
no, it throws an error. The value what you have passed is not there in the drop down,
Okay, okay.
and it is
So,
a case sensitive.
okay.
Yes. Anything?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine now. So there are,
Yes.
remember that there is no single way to design the program. There are a lot of ways to design the single program in Selenium WebDriver or in Java. So that is the reason we have so many alternatives to design the
Yeah.
program. Okay. So next thing.
Yeah. Can you just write here,
Yep. What is that?
Shiva?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you just first first way, second way, third way? Can you just mention here so that
A
a later point
priority
in
you
time
are
you will
asking. Priority you are asking.
not priority for
Hmm.
these. You have mentioned RRR, right?
Yeah, you can use any format. Just I have given you the form
Uh-huh.
like syntax.
Yeah, yeah.
There is no step like, oh, you are thinking that we need to use all these things, huh?
Yeah, you what I'm saying, you just mentioned first first way, second way, third way. Any
Oh,
way
okay.
you can.
Okay.
Maybe today we will remember this. Tomorrow we'll forget
Okay. Okay.
this.
Syntax one I
Syntax.
can mention.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Syntax 2 and then syntax 3 it is.
Yeah. It is very
You can
clear
go
now.
ahead and you can use this.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let us see what is the next thing. If not, we'll start designing the program. Anyhow, multi-selection. Yep, multi-selection we will discuss and then we'll write the program.
So I have a question. In before programs, we used to write string and some variable name, and then for storing that value, we use string and then variable name.
This one you are asking.
No,
Your
sir, I'm
voice
not
is
able
not
to see the
audible.
screen.
Are you able to see the screen or you are not?
I'm not able to see the screen.
Who is it? I am able to see the screen.
No, maybe you are seeing in mobile, I think so, right? You are listening the class in mobile, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So I understood your question. Like web element, new element is equals to driver dot find element is the question you are asking. So we may have string new element is equals to something like that, but instead of that, why we mentioned web element new element, right? Is this a question, Vidya, you are asking?
Yes, it got disconnected. So again,
So okay,
my question.
uh, here web element new element I have written. You are asking
Yes.
that why can't we write string new element is equals to so and so. Previously you have stored the value of get title in a variable where you have used string a is equals to driver dot get title, something like that. Why
Yes.
can't we use the same thing here? You are asking that same thing, right?
Yes.
The answer would be, here I don't know whether it is a string value or integer value or character or varchar or alphanumeric or boolean or double. I don't know what is the value in the drop down. Just my point here is I need to select the value from the drop down. It may be string or it may be integer or it may be double or it may be float or anything. So if I'm going to mention string, how can you justify whether the dropdown is having only string values? We can't give justification for that. Understand?
Yeah, no. Yes, but string value can accept both. Means any type of data it can accept.
Who said?
Okay, so even if numerical is there, it will accept uh,
Who said that
string.
one? Who said that one, Vidya? String means group of characters, we said. Varchar will accept both alphabets and numbers. Varchar is different, string is different. String is nothing but it's a group of characters, which is nothing but word or letter or alphabet or anything. Varchar is nothing but alphanumeric, what you said. It can accept alphabets or it can accept numerics or anything.
Okay, so so we are
Understood?
using, yes, so it will be of type web element.
It will be yes. Just for our reference, I have mentioned web element. Web element is nothing but on the web page one element is there. By default, this is one of the keyword. But if you want to keep it as a string, you can keep it if you are confident that that particular dropdown is having only string value.
Okay.
If you are confident means you need to get this information from the development team, stating that this dropdown value is having the integer string values.
Okay.
One
So
moment.
here you just written as a generic one. We don't know what it is.
We don't know what it is. Yes.
Okay.
One moment. Yeah. So understood or any questions?
Yes, I understood.
Okay, fine. So till now we discussed about WebDriverWait commands and how to select the value from the drop down. And the next thing is, if we have multiple values in the drop down, let's say for example you are going to see this multiple value selection in one field where you are going to see this in Naukri application. When you are updating your profile, it will ask you to select the location, preferred location. So if you are going to select the preferred location, it can accept you for 2 locations or 3 locations. You can select at the same time, right? How can you select the multiple values from the how can you select multiple values from that particular field? By using this multiple selection process. Any guess or any idea?
So we are going to use 2 times maybe.
Sorry. Okay.
2 times we can use the same syntax.
Okay. Yes, 2 times you can use the same syntax, but that is one way to use this one. And one more way we can say, mm, yeah. So one more way we can say it like here we are saying select by visible text, right? So in that case, if you are going to select the multiple values, then you can use one more keyword in the same format, which is nothing but select by index. Starts with 0, select by index, second thing is 1, like that. If there are 4 to 5 values in the drop down, if you want to select 1 or 2 values from the drop down, you can use select by index concept. The remaining thing is as usual, the same thing you need to have.
Oh, this is for multiple selection.
Multiple selection, I'm going to write this one, multiple value selection syntax. Understand?
Yeah. The
Any
the
questions?
syntax one and syntax two may
Okay,
not be applicable here.
we can use select by visible text even, but
Uh,
uh, maybe few applications will override the option what you are going to select at that time.
okay.
Suppose let's say for example, syntax 3 is there, new select driver dot find element by id country select by visible text India. The next statement I want to select some other country, which is something like Australia.
Okay.
ID country select by visible text Australia. So there may be a chance of selecting both values in few applications, but in few applications there may be a chance of having override. First you selected India, and
Uh,
then you pass the statement Australia. Maybe the India, whatever the value that you have selected like India, it may be
oh, override
it may be
by the
override with the
Australia.
by the second value. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So maybe or
How do
may not
we?
be, I'm not saying this as a for sure concept, because select by visible text may have some limitations. So that is the reason select by visible text will be restricted to only single value, but for select by index will have multiple values you can select because of the index number.
Okay.
Yep. Hello.
Yeah, got it.
Any questions, guys? So
No.
I think we are good with the concepts of this Selenium WebDriver. The pending and final concept is arrays and loops. Apart from this, how to read and how to write the data from the Excel. So anyhow, it will take a minimum 40 minutes for us to design the program. I'll start designing the scripts based on this drop down value selection, multiple value selection, implicit wait, explicit wait, WebDriver wait commands. So after this, we'll discuss about how to read the data from the Excel file and how to write the data from the Excel file. Along with that particular part, we are going to have a simple program. So in the initial session, in the demo session, we discussed about one point. So suppose I have a login screen where I have my username and password to log into the application. I logged in successfully. If I'm going to have 100 username and passwords, then how can I do this process through automation? So we'll have that type of script even. So tomorrow we will discuss about that script, and if you have any questions, we will discuss about that. So any questions in today's session?
For explicit wait and implicit wait,
Okay.
uh, where exactly we will use these two things actually? Red dot
So
sleep is a definitive time it will wait, and afterwards, if it is finding the element or not, it doesn't bother and it will come out of that once the
hmm,
time is elapsed.
okay, fine. So we discussed about the programs, navigate back, navigate forward. So not the exact situation I am saying
Mhm.
example for you. In what
Okay.
situation we can use this implicit wait and explicit wait.
Okay.
Suppose I have an application where I need to navigate one step backward and I need to navigate one step forward, and before doing this backward and forward steps, I need to log into the application. First I need to open the URL and then I need to navigate to one URL. So once I navigate to URL, then I need to move back one step and I need to forward one step. Suppose to log in or to load the complete web page, initial web page by using navigate, it will take 3 seconds of time.
Okay.
It will take 3 seconds of time. So in that case, instead of thread.sleep, I can use WebDriverWait command, right? It may be implicit or explicit. Just I'm asking
Yeah.
a question stating that we can use WebDriverWait command at that time. Now, second thing, I need to come one step backward from the current web page. Okay, to move one step backward, it needs only 1 second time to load the complete page. Previously, how
Okay.
many seconds it took?
3 seconds.
Now it took.
1 second.
To move forward, how many seconds? Only 1 second. Means there is no consistency in the timing where the web pages are being loaded. Right or wrong?
Okay.
in
Yeah.
that case in that case to validate the web page whether it is being loaded with the proper content or not, I need to use implicit wait or explicit wait. Is it a common time or a differentiation in the time?
Okay.
Are you getting my point what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now I don't have any navigation process. I don't have any navigate back or now navigate forward or navigate or something like that. Just I have driver.get URL where I have a program with 100 lines of code in single program where I don't have any navigation process. Just I use driver.get URL and I perform some action and I logged out from the application and I close the browser. Now, is there any need of using implicit wait over here? Are you getting my point? Just I have open. So okay, Ramkoti, you have Gmail application in your hand. So
Yeah.
I have assigned one task to you. Log into the
Okay.
application. Okay, log into the
Okay.
application, open your inbox, view the email, reply to the email, and the email will be in the sent items. check whether it is there or not in the sent items, and log out from the application, close the browser.
Okay.
In this process, the complete action what you are performing after login, you are not dividing the program into multiple methods. You have designed the complete action in only one method, right or wrong?
Okay.
So have you divided the program in multiple methods by using any annotations or something like that?
We can.
We can, but in this situation we haven't,
Oh yeah.
right? So in this case, is there any need of using multiple page load times or multiple timings and all those things in the same program?
Yes. Yes.
There is not no requirement, right? Why we
Yeah.
need to create multiple timings? Why we need to have multiple page load times in the same program which is having only one method?
Okay.
In that case, we can declare this time WebDriverWait command only once, which is nothing but the concept of explicit wait.
Okay.
So this is 100% accurate functionality in the real time. We are going to use this one.
Okay.
It is like I'm not giving any uh, restrictions that we need to use WebDriverWait command only. It is my suggestion if you are using WebDriverWait command, which is a good practice.
Okay.
That is the reason I said WebDriverWait until so and so comment has been
Okay.
loaded. Suppose google.com web page is there. You have search field in that web page. Suppose I want to enter something in that search field by using this Selenium WebDriver script. What is the command that I can use?
Uh, Send.
Driver.find element by
Yeah.
ID, send
By
keys,
ID.
so and so
Yeah.
data I need to pass.
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Yes.
Now, once I pass the data and click on search button, suppose let's say for example, I searched with mobiles and clicked on
Hmm.
search button, search icon.
Yeah.
So once I click on search icon, the search results has been loaded. The first link will be flipkart.com/mobiles.
Okay.
Okay. Now, through automation script by using WebDriver command, I want to get confirmation whether I have searched with mobiles and I clicked on I search icon and the flipkart.com website has been loaded in that search results or not. I want to get confirmation. How can I get that particular confirmation?
By checking that URL.
Yes. Here I'll use this WebDriverWait first command.
Okay.
See here. Here WebDriverWait is equals to new WebDriverWait driver.30 WebDriverWait until condition. This is the command I have mentioned here, right? How can I use
Yeah.
this one? First, I'll use driver.get www.google.com. Once the
Yeah.
page loaded, now I'll pass the data to that search field. Driver.find element by ID, so and so element name, send keys, pass the data, mobiles. Now,
Yeah.
click on search icon. What will happen? The page will get loaded. Now, at this point of time, I am going to mention WebDriverWait is equals to new WebDriverWait driver comma 30 means and the timeout will be 30 seconds here. Within that time gap, the page will get loaded.
Okay.
Now, wait until driver.find element flipkart.com page has been loaded.
Yes.
Did you understand? I am validating the condition here.
Yeah.
So based on that only, we need to use this WebDriverWait commands. We can use for that purpose also.
Shiva, here one more quick question here. This
Yeah.
suppose we have mentioned 30 seconds over here.
Okay.
What if the element was displayed within 15 seconds, for example?
It will
Come out.
continue with that script. No. 50 seconds or 15, 1 5.
1 5, 1 5.
1 5 means it will continue with the execution, right?
Yes.
It will
No
continue with
need
the
to wait
execution.
for another 15 seconds.
No need to wait for another 15 seconds, but thread.sleep will wait.
Yes, yes, I do understand that.
Yes.
If it is a explicit wait, that time it will wait for 30 seconds.
No.
Even then also it will.
WebDriver wait will never wait if the element got found out in that program.
Okay.
So that is the reason the time is secondary for WebDriver wait. Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while searching in Google search, suppose we are
Okay.
typing, say for example, some mobiles or something, the related text will also display just below the search box.
Yes.
Yeah, the related items it will show us, right? Like autocomplete, something like that.
Yes.
What you say that? I mean, suppose I want the third item or fourth item when I am
Okay.
typing something.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. You are asking about autofilling option.
Auto, what is that? Auto filling.
Autofilling, when you are trying to enter, suppose let's say for
Uh-huh.
example in google.com, you want to search for selenium. Once you
Yes,
enter
yes.
SEL, automatically it will load for selenium
Yeah,
webdriver, selenium test ng. If you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
select for third option, what we need to do here, you are
yeah,
asking, right?
yeah, yeah.
So we will discuss about that program. That is somewhat complicated process, but we will discuss about that. That is good
Okay,
point here. We will discuss about that. Once this part is completed, we will discuss about that one.
okay,
Okay, I'll list it here itself. Mm, how to select the value when it is auto filling while searching. Yes, I'll let you know about this. Done. Good, or any questions?